Like, what if you can't destroy anything and I just build a giant wooden right outside the city? So anytime that somebody sees, like, they look outside, like they look over the ocean, and like right there's like a giant wooden and it says Starforge on it or something like that. What happens? Yeah, what like, so could they go blow it up? What is it? You know, like, it's 100% gonna happen. Yeah, I just hope that they're open to, they either have an idea I haven't thought of, or they're open to responding to player feedback.
Hello consumers, my name's Altari, the professional gamer, and I'm here back with you again for another Pax Friday review. Yes, this week was quite the exciting one. We got 13 new screenshots. Mainframe gave us a studio preview video that maybe has some gameplay in it. And we've answered some of the most dying questions of our beloved Asmongold as well. Before we get carried on too much, I did want to say thank you to all of you out there who have done a service to this community and joined the ranks. Yes, we made it to 300 subscribers as of the recording of this video. So thanks again for all of that. I really do appreciate the support. And to the other 80% of you that are watching this video who haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, I totally would appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share this video with your friends if you think they might be interested in Pax Day. But other than that, let's go ahead and get to it here. So the first screenshot that I wanted to share here was this wonderful monstrosity that was created. Now, I know Asmongold might have commented about Pax Day, its building system, and how it's going to work, and kind of what happens when you have someone who just decides they're going to make a giant and everyone has to sit there and look at it. Well, here's a prime time example of what can happen. But we have been reassured by the devs. They've stated it many times before, but also this week after posting the video, some people asked and they said, what the heck is this? How is this a thing? And it is not something that is going to happen in the actual game. They had to turn off the building systems physics, essentially, for the current alpha build because there is a bug that was causing some unnecessary crashes. So this is what Pax Day will look like if the building physics has been turned off. This they should have saved for an April Fool's joke or something like that, because it's just golden. Now let's go on and I'll read through what the announcement said, because there was a lot of new stuff that they gave us in terms of screenshots, but they also gave us some new information for what we can expect in the coming month, and it's really, really exciting. If you don't want to listen to me read this announcement, maybe you've already read it, just skip ahead. There's going to be timestamps throughout this entire video. I am not offended. But the announcement says, what's next for Pax Day? We are happy to share that Pax Day will appear next week in the PC Gaming Show on June 11th. This is shaping up to be an exciting event, and we're grateful for the opportunity to share more about the world we're building. We hope you'll enjoy the show. But that's not all. Our team is currently hard at work developing an FAQ and a video focusing on making the world of Pax Day. Both updates are tightly linked, and we hope you'll like what you'll discover in less than 10 days. And to address the elephant in the room, alpha dates are not going to be shared soon. It is still before too long, though it can seem a bit long. And we are not ready yet to do so. But when we are ready, we'll go with the full package, so you'll know and won't miss it. Wink. In the meantime, we wanted to share a few of the unusual and fun situations some of our guinea pig testers in the Friends and Family test under NDA are encountering. While they are mostly having a great time building stuff and hunting foes, it's not uncommon to encounter some bugs during an alpha test, right? And we thank them for all their feedback. We are aware that a few of you are also secretly observing this Discord. Since pictures speak louder than words, here are some screenshots for you to enjoy. No animals were harmed during the making of these screenshots. Rest assured, your enthusiasm, support, and patience means the world to us, and we are working diligently behind the scenes to deliver the best possible experience for you. Stay tuned for further updates, and thank you for your continued support. So, a lot of stuff in this announcement. First of all, PC Gaming Show, I just want to get this out there right now. Join the Professional Gamer Discord. We're having an event. We're going to have a watch party for the PC Gaming Show on June 11th. It starts at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but check out our Discord. The link is down below, and we're going to have a live watch party. I will be streaming it on that day, so be sure to tune in, twitch.tv/Eltari, and we will just be having a fun time watching all the new games that are coming out in the future and diligently waiting for the PAX Day announcement, PAX Day trailer. We don't even know what it's going to be. So it's a very exciting time there. Additionally, we are told that we're going to be getting an FAQ and a video about making the world of PAX Day. So I don't know if this is going to be a lore video or what, but I think it's safe to assume that we're going to be getting some new footage for gameplay of PAX Day in the next 10 days or less. So that's a very exciting bit of news as well. Now, in terms of the alpha, they did say they're not ready to announce anything yet, but they are still reiterating that it is before too long. So it's quite ambiguous with what that means. However, as you can see with all of the screenshots that we're going to be going through right now, that there is some bugs in the alpha, and they're probably diligently at work trying to make sure that things are stable while continuing to progress the game's development. And they are taking their time to make sure that the alpha is in a good state for more people to come into it. That's my guess. Let me know down below what you think and when we might be able to expect an alpha based on what we've learned so far. So one of the first screenshots I wanted to talk about, this is actually a reference to one of the videos that we published a while back where we were taking a look at the different enemy types that were in the game. And I recalled that I showed you all a old screenshot, or not a screenshot, concept art of kind of a zombie looking dead guy. And I said that the picture of a castle that we were looking at, the two people that were in there might be that person. Well, we've now learned what their name is, and we can see very closely what they are. I believe that this is a picture of somewhere very close to where that castle is. And the only reason I say that is because I see some of these rocks that are right here. And if we look at the other concept art, which you can see right here somewhere, that screenshot, when we look at it, it has some of these blocks that are right here. So I think this is still the same area. I think it's safe to say that these are the enemies that we are looking at. They have the exact same aesthetic as the concept art, and they are definitely not wearing shirts, which matches our previous description. If you want to learn more about Sethians and Zebians, we have a whole lore video from the PAX Friday review in our playlist. You can go check it out. It's linked right here as well. But this is called a Zebian Sentinel. So whatever that means, they appear to be holding some kind of sword, scimitar, sword, something like that. They don't have lower chins. They don't have chins. Their mouths are gone, it looks like, which is a little creepy. They have some kind of symbol on their backs. I don't know if we've seen this symbol before, but I would assume that it has something to do with, I don't know if this is a cult or what they are necessarily, but Zebians are definitely giving me zombie vibes, if you know what I mean. All right, on to the next one. This is another really important one that I wanted to share. Respawn at the nearest shrine. Hold E. So it looks like we've gotten our taste of what being killed looks like in Pax Dei. So someone, it looks like they're on a mountaintop, so maybe they fell from a really long distance. I think this screenshot is even called like falling from a long distance or something like that. But we can see that they died. And the way that is solved is it says respawn at the nearest shrine. So if anyone was wondering how death works in Pax Dei, you're going to respawn at the shrine. I don't know if that means you're dropping all of your loot here, if the loot comes with you, or if you can even be picked back up after you do die. We can't see any of that information here, and it looks like they kind of cut the UI out of this screenshot. So very interesting to know, and you're probably not going to be walking around as a ghost or a spirit trying to get back to your body, but you might be walking around as your actual character just with no gear trying to get back to your body. So corpse running, here we come. On to the next screenshot. This I thought was another important one, not because of the floating chests that are above this player's head, but again, this is a new biome that we haven't really seen before. Again, I think this is what we would call the mountain biome in Pax Dei. It has no trees. We don't see many trees, a lot of shrubs, a lot of large rocks. This might be a place where in the future we're going to be mining a lot of ore. And it also looks like a semi-decent place to set up and place a city, because you got a lot of space to just put stuff, no trees in the way. Also, we can see that there are some chests. It's privated. Cool. Moving on to the next one. So we have a couple of screenshots that are featuring some enemies, some new, some old. I think this one is quite a hilarious screenshot. Someone is obviously kind of down where the Riverlands are, and they're being chased by what looks to be 3 giants and also a bear. So we haven't seen bears before. If we did, it might have been in one of the trailers, but confirmation that there are bears in the game. We know that there's animal taming in the game to some degree. At least you might be able to tame a horse or a mule or something like that. But the fact that there's a bear there too, you know, people who want to play rangers, this might be the kind of animal that you might want to set out and tame. If you're able to tame it. I have no clue. Then we also got these 3 hulking dudes that definitely have hit the gym recently. And they are wearing chainmail and some shoes, but more importantly, what I'd like to direct everyone's attention to is this cross thing on their head. Now, I don't know if that is Sethian imagery or not, but these guys are definitely giving me some more Sethian-like vibes. Other than that, we can see another case of what I'm expecting is some kind of health potion right here. A bow, maybe a hammer or a pick of some sort, and then we got a sword. So that's pretty much all we can get from this, but those are some very large men that are chasing this poor player, it looks like. And also a grizzly bear. Another instance of some animals that I don't think we have really gotten a good look at yet in Pax Dei. And that would be a wolf. We got some wolves here, and in addition to a deer that is just peacefully standing right next to the wolf, and the wolf is definitely not trying to kill them. And we got just a lot of different animals all sitting here in this forest. But it's good to see that we have some wolves. If you can tame animals like wolves, then there's there's what I will be taming as quickly as possible, because having a little dog is just as fun as having a dog in real life. Carrying on, though, here we can see... So, in my mind, I'm just picturing the scene from, what was it called? Revenant? Where Leonardo DiCaprio's character is just being mauled to death by a grizzly. That's kind of what this looks like here. Except they have the benefit of a log cabin. So we got some enemies spawning in, kind of getting in the way of what players are doing. Obviously a very alpha build. Here's a deer walking up, trying to go home. So cool. And just a house. Got a house. This guy's head is on fire. No, it looks like they're holding a torch or something like that. But they also have a flying visitor. It looks like another bear. So things seem to be spawning off from where they should be. But that just makes for a really exciting morning when you wake up and you go outside with your cup of coffee, and then, well, Smokey the Bear jumps down from your rooftop and mauls you to death. So, cool stuff there. We got some large towers, a lot of what looks to be like a trellis or support. Actually a decently sized building. It's kind of deceptively small when you look at it from this angle, but then, I mean, this is a very large structure right here. And looks like that may or may not be one of those larger furnace type things that we've seen in another video. And we got a very long pole that's just going straight up. But cool, nice little river biome homestead. Can't wait to be placing some of those myself. Right here, physics has been broken. We got floating torches everywhere. Just absolute carnage in terms of how many torches there are just being thrown around. Although it does look like it helps out a little bit with some lighting. It made this area really nice and bright. I don't know what's on fire over there. It looks like it might be just another torch hanging up there. But texture streaming pool over 135. Cool. They're over budget on streaming. Next up, we have probably the most terrifying image out of this whole lot. We see another character model, some new clothing, and what the hell is this? This looks like something that's made out of a Stephen King novel. What I think this is some clothing, because it has the same kind of reddish, purplish, greenish cloth texture. And I want to say that is on this person. And something graphically just glitched the hell out. That's what I hope it is. I feel for Pink. I don't know who Pink is, but Pink, if you're watching this, I hope you survived to tell the tale and you got whatever was wrong fixed. And then right here, we can see that we're holding our torches like an edgelord, but also we see another set of armor that we haven't seen in the game yet. So this is leather armor, and I can't tell if that's metal or not, but this looks like something that is a byproduct of those leather working stations that we've seen previously. Definitely looks like there's some glitching through different pieces of armor. I know in the past we've looked at the equipment menu and we know that like chest plate plus the stuff that goes underneath it, so like chainmail, and then I would imagine some actual like a cloth t-shirt. There's different tiers to different parts of your equipment. I think the legs are also included in that. So there might be some minor glitching through different pieces of armor, but it's still cool to see a kind of a new set. We got some more padding type stuff down here. It's also kind of melding in with the chainmail, but hey, you know, it's alpha. Then right here, this one I thought was really hilarious. It was I think it was called an excited tree. I don't know what they could ever be referring to there, but you can see that a tree has physicsed itself in the wrong direction. Looks like it was chopped down from right here, and then it just decided to fall upward somehow, in more defiance of physics. But another example of some diverse armor. I know that we've seen the chest plate before, but I think these are also the pauldrons now. So we have a chest plate and pauldrons. So looks really nice. They got their axe out and they're chopping away at some trees. Also, I do feel for this player, they're getting 22 FPS right now. I don't know if that's at all connected to the tree being glitched out in the way that it is, and maybe stuff is wigging out, or they have a potato for a graphics card, who knows. But hopefully that number will improve before too long. All right, and that is all for the screenshots. I did want to go over a couple of other things, and the big important one is we got a trailer for Mainframe and Pax Dei in general. So they're talking about who they are. Let's go ahead and take a watch.
Our mission is the product that we're creating, and the other one is the company that we want to make. And we want to be the company where we are working for the rest of our lives.
So what's unusual about the team at Mainframe, and this was very purposeful when we were forming.
Okay, so we've seen this one before. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here at all.
Our startup studio. We wanted to really bring together developers that, number one, had quite a bit of experience, but more importantly, developers that had expertise across MMO game development, across mobile gaming, and across AAA and PC and console gaming. But also it was critical for us to supplement the expertise that we have here in Iceland in MMO development, live operations, with a team that brought a pedigree from mobile gaming and from AAA PC and console gaming. And we found that in Helsinki.
So it's cool to hear that Mainframe's strategy is they're building off of several different pillars, it seems like. They have this group of developers that have a history in mobile gaming. They have another group that's very experienced in MMO development, and another group, maybe it's combined a little bit with making AAA games. So we know that they have CCP devs. We know that they have developers that are from Remedy, which Remedy just put out a new Alan Wake 2 trailer. Totally check that out if you haven't. It's one of my favorite games. But it's reassuring to hear that they have all of these different expertise areas in the company, and that they've sought out that expertise from the get-go. And it even sounds like the location that they chose for their studios were centered around where that expertise was. And when you're developing a cloud-native social sandbox MMORPG, if you're trying to make something that is going to be on everyone's screens, regardless of if they're at the computer, if they're on a phone on a bus, or a tablet sitting on the couch, you need a developer that is from the ground up bringing expertise from the mobile gaming sector. Now, I know a lot of people might be a little concerned about this because when you have mobile games, it's one of the most predatory monetization schemes in all of gaming. I think it is the most predatory. You ran out of energy, you're gonna spend $2 to recharge it now, or you have to wait 12 hours. That kind of stuff. I know some people were a little concerned about it, and I don't think that's where Pax Dei's going. As we've discussed here on this channel, I think their primary monetization is going to come from either selling additional plots of land so that players can build on additional plots, or there's going to be some kind of paid tier versus a free tier, and I don't really think that there's going to be this kind of mobile style of monetization, but they haven't really announced anything there, so we can't go too in depth with that.
The company is founded in 2019. It was an idea that we have been thinking about for a very long time to create this air bridge between Iceland and Finland. We knew a lot of people in Finland and had many friends in the industry. And we'd always been talking about this over beers for years, like we have to do something together. And when the opportunity showed itself in 2019, we created this pan-Nordic studio.
I think we're looking at the character creator screen. So have we seen this before? I think they might have shown it in the developer announcement video, but you can see that we have, this is what the character creator is. So they have what looks to be a couple of different face styles, a lot of different options right here. I mean, we know that they will probably iterate on this a lot. In an alpha build, you don't need to have that much variability in terms of what you got until you start bringing in a lot of players and you want to start testing the art and kind of what's possible. But we know that we have UE5 and there's some really nutty character models that you can get from that. And I know some companies even are going the route of you can literally upload essentially a picture of yourself and have it replicated in game for your avatar as well. So I wouldn't consider this the end product for what character creation is like, but it is cool to kind of see and have that perspective of it as well. It also looks like we're chatting on Discord with some other developers there, streaming what we're doing too. So cool.
When we founded Mainframe, one of the founding principles was that we wanted to maintain a small team. Our ambition is not to grow into a few hundred people. We always want to stay under 100.
From the very start, we have known that our teams are going to be in different locations. We have people working in Stockholm, Malmö, Copenhagen, even in Melbourne, actually. So we had to learn ways of working together that is not in a shared office.
But we felt that that was absolutely critical to both have the creative input.
Okay, so we got some, I have no idea what this is. It looks like we got a wall or maybe a initial concept for some kind of structure. Looks like they might have some buildings or something right there. A lot of graph-based stuff. That's probably just technical art related things. But yeah, I don't see anything important here.
But sort of the technical expertise and the sort of
More
melting
character
pot
creator.
of influences that would allow us to really pursue this vision of reimagining an MMO for the 21st century.
Oh. Hey. They got us again, y'all. They got us again with the wisps. With the wisps. So last week when they did a content drop, it was a lore post and some wisps walking, flying around. So that is it in terms of the information that we've gotten for us for PAX Day this week. And if you haven't done so, I find it unacceptable that the PAX Day official channel here only has 9.4 thousand subscribers. Go ahead and drop a subscription over to them so you can get the most updated stuff and you don't have to listen to me talk. Last but certainly not least, don't forget Sunday, June 11th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Obviously, go and transfer that to whatever your time zone is. There's going to be an announcement at the PC Gaming Show. The Professional Gamer Discord, we're going to be holding a watch party. We'll be starting about 15 minutes before 4 o'clock. So be sure to come by, check it out, sit in the room with me and everyone else. And then we're going to be streaming alongside a lot of other Pax Dei community content creators. So be there to check it out. Other than that, consumers, thank you for tuning in. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you making it all the way here. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any friends that are interested or might be interested in Pax Dei, go ahead and share the video with them too. And other than that, I hope you all have a great rest of the week. And until next Friday, I'm Altari, the Professional Gamer.